In today's bike review, we're going to have a look at the Kawasaki KLX450R. It's jam-packed full of features. Let me tell you about a few of them. First of all, it's got a 4-stroke engine that's derived from the KX450F and features several tweaks, including increased flywheel mass for greater low-end torque. It has a reliable electric start and a manual kickstarter is retained as backup. The KLX450R's gear ratios have been selected to specifically suit off-road riding. Likewise, the engine is tuned for a broad delivery of power to optimise the gear ratios. The MX-inspired aluminium chassis features centralised gravity to deliver increased traction, light handling and confidence-inspiring high-speed stability. It also has Kawasaki twin-chamber forks that take care of the big hits up the front, while Kawasaki's legendary Unitrack rear suspension gets the power to the ground. Fully equipped for off-road riding, the KLX boasts a full-featured instrument panel, including speedometer, twin trip meters and a clock.
Today's bike review, we're going to do something a little different. We've managed to get hold of Todd Kelly's personal KLX450R, which, let me tell you, is a fantastic machine. The bike's basically standard except for a few minor blink parts that have been fitted. Most notably, Pro Circuit muffler, which really helps this engine to open up and breathe.
The engine's really good. It's strong, yet it's still quite manageable and it still has a lot of low down torque. Turning this bike is fantastic. With the chassis that it's got, it really does turn quite well. Once you sort of tip it in, it turns all right.
One thing I did notice that was on it, apart from the muffler and all the bling, is this fantastic aluminium bash plate.
Yeah.
A must out in the bush.
It certainly is, isn't it? It's something that you really do need when you're riding out of the bush.
It's really, really smooth. I was quite surprised at it. Together with the suspension that I found absolutely awesome. I really enjoyed that. The brakes on the front were so good. You could really get a lot of feel out of that lever, and you could leave your braking to the absolute last second, which is a good thing to have.
Now the ergos on the bike, for me, perfect. I can move around on this really easily. As I said, it felt a little bit heavy, but that's because I haven't ridden a 450 for some time.
In the day of fuel injection, we're still looking at a carburetor on this machine. Not a problem. You know, it makes it a little bit easier for the standard guy to jet it and specifically tune it to where you're riding.
If I had this at home, the only thing I would do to it is the suspension. I found that a little bit stiff for me. I'd have it so that it suited my weight and my riding style.
If I was going to own a KLX450R, I would probably change very little on the bike. Apart from a muffler, which most people do, personalise your suspension, there's basically nothing you need to do to this bike.
Well, Jamie, I've had an absolute ball, but we must thank Todd Kelly from Kelly Racing for giving us his bike. It's been a great day out here, hasn't it?
It has, and we haven't broken anything.
No. Well, maybe we might go and have another ride and see if we can.
Give it another flogging.
He'll fix it. He's got plenty of machines at his workshop.
For all your motorcycle insurance needs, contact InsureMyRide at insuremyride.com.au. Comprehensive motorbike insurance from less than $1 a day.